So we are finishing up this project. It should be done within the next couple days. And then we're going to start another one. And there's been a lot of discussion of how we're going to approach the next one. Because one of the things that some people didn't realize, that was before you start putting something together, you make a big mess. You got to start tearing things out. And sometimes when you start tearing things out, you find other things that need to be torn out. And we've talked a little bit about this. And I was doing my devotions, doing some stuff with Oswald Chambers, and he was talking about allowing the Holy Spirit to come in and change us. And we have this romantic idea. I don't think we always have a realistic idea of what the Holy Spirit coming in and changing our lives looks like. When the Holy Spirit comes in to clean us out, he comes out to clean out a lot of the things that we've gotten used to relying on that take our reliance away from God. Sometimes they're lies that we believe, sometimes they're patterns of behavior that we've gotten used to, which keeps us feeling safe. But at the end, it becomes something that's out of fear or out of pride. Fear a lot has to do with pride. Fear says, I can protect myself, which is pride when you really... Anyways, it gets circular. But when the Holy Spirit comes in, he comes in and he starts to tear those things away. We tend to look at it from the perspective of this gentle, soothing things. But a lot of times the Holy Spirit comes in like Jesus came into the temple. And when Jesus came to clean out the temple, he made a whip and started turning over tables and kicking things out. And there was a lot of people that were making a lot of money with what was going on there. And they were a little upset. They weren't happy with the way things went. There was a lot of people that had gotten used to those patterns and become really slack in their faith walk. But they had been used to it, so that's what they did. But when Jesus Christ came in, he basically destroyed those things that were keeping the people from God. When he went and spoke to the chief priests and the Pharisees, and said his 7 woes, he said, "Woe to you, O brood of vipers, your whitewashed tombs, your this or that." He came in and he was harsh. Oh my goodness. But when we ask Jesus, the power of the Holy Spirit come into my life and change me, he comes in and he does the work. And the work initially hurts. It's like tearing a wall apart. But then he doesn't leave you broken. He takes those things away that are broken and replaces it with his love, with his joy, with his peace. But we can't have his joy, his love, his peace if we're holding on to the things that keep us from having those things. It's like the monkey that stuck his hand in the jar and got the nuts and couldn't get his hand out of the jar. The only way to get your hand out is to let go, but he wouldn't let go of the nuts. So he was easily trapped because he wouldn't let go of the things that were actually bringing him to death. We need to be willing to go through the pain, go through the hurt, go through the struggle of letting go of the things that keep us from God. And know that in the process, it says those who sow with sadness will reap with joy. Allowing that furrowing of the soil, that breaking up of the stone, that preparing for the seed, which takes work of the Holy Spirit. Allow him to do that. And at the end of the day, that's when you will be in a place where you can begin to sense and feel the reality of the Holy Spirit working and living in you. I hope that's been an encouragement to you. To a certain degree, it's an ongoing process. And every time we're faced with things that need to be changed, this is what we go through. But we rejoice in their suffering because it produces perseverance, character, and character, hope. And that hope does not disappoint us, for God has poured out his love through his Holy Spirit on all of us. God bless.